If your company has bad debt, consider assigning your accounts to Merticon, MERTICON.com. Merticon, global leader in collections. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell and be notified to all our future videos. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Chuck Graham Show. It is Saturday morning, April 17th. Awesome. Well, I don't really have anything to really get into today because, well, it's probably already been addressed by every other opinion show on YouTube. And if you haven't, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified of the next videos. And you can visit us at charlesgraham.com. That's charlesgraham.com. And see what our podcast, what episodes we might have on here on the podcast that we don't have on YouTube. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about today, the stupid laws. Well, I wrote a letter to the Mississippi Supreme Court, or an email to the clerk, informing the clerk that, you know what, calling them out on their hypocrisy on masks. I mean, look, if you're going to have a mandate that you have to wear a mask, every judge and everybody that attends court throughout the state, then don't come on the news at one of your hearings with no mask on. It's hypocrisy. Now, don't get me started on whether or not I agree with the effectiveness of masks, because I'm not going to address that here. But anybody that knows me knows how I feel about that. Anywho, let's get on with what I think are stupid laws. And that's what I want to talk about today. California, I'll just use California for example. California, it is illegal to sell your body for sex. In other words, you can be on the street corner shaking that ass and get arrested if you take money for sex. Unless you film it. If you film it, it's a porno, and that's legal. Does that make any sense to anybody? Okay, hold on just a second. So I guess what you need to do if you're going to, pay for some ass is, which I don't recommend. I guess you could just say, well, how would you like to go do a porn for, $40? I don't know. God, that sounds like a cheap hooker, doesn't it? Well, anyway, but it makes no sense. Also makes no sense that almost everywhere in this country, if you're over the age of 18, then you know what you're doing. You can go and bang 60 guys at one time, and that's perfectly legal. However, in all your frustration and all your exertion that you have exerted through the course of your workday, if you sat down and drank yourself a cold Budweiser because you're kind of exhausted from, I don't know, banging 60 guys, well, you'll go to jail because you're not old enough to drink. The hypocrisy knows no bounds in our justice system. And like I said, I've said it before. Sometimes it just makes no sense. Moving on to the other stupid laws that I think are on the books. Seatbelts. You know why I think seatbelts are stupid? And you know why, as a police officer or a cop 20 years ago, I never wrote a seatbelt ticket? Because if you're a grown-ass person and you don't want to wear a seatbelt, so what? It's not my job to keep you safe from yourself. My job is to keep you safe from other crazy-ass people. And then until they ran out of real crime, and all I had to do was write seatbelt tickets, I wasn't even going to touch that. One, I didn't want to go to court on them. Two, I think it's unconstitutional. There would be some that would disagree with me, but at the end of the day, you are a grown-ass person. And if you're a grown person, then you have the right to make a decision whether or not you wear a medical device. And that's what it is, because it's designed to keep you safe. And if you want to, you can equate safe with control. And I don't have any desire to be controlling people. And there's been many cases. There was a high-speed chase in, I believe it was California. There was a black Corvette hit the back of a semi pickup truck, and it actually had the guy not had a seatbelt on, or had his seatbelt on, he would have been dead. And the reason he would have been dead is because it threw him out of the car. He jumps up and he keeps on running. And the fact is that that's what would have happened. He would have been dead had he had it on. So that's one of the stupid ass laws that I think is seatbelts. And so, the bottom line is that if you want to wear it, wear it. Statistically, they save lives, right? I mean, they do. Statistically, they do. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. If you want to wear it, wear it. You're going to get a ticket. In most cases, it don't even carry any kind of extreme penalty for it. So, anyway, you may hear dogs in the background. That's my 4 German Shepherds. I apologize for that. There's nothing I can do about it. They're crazy, and I think the mailman's outside. So, novelty sex toys in Mississippi. Did you know that you can go to jail for distributing sex toys in Mississippi? It's illegal. You have to sell them as a novelty item. Hey, George, you know what I bought? I bought me a novelty can of possum. You can buy that at the convenience store, and I bought me a big old dildo too. And look at that. Look at that novelty item I'm going to put on my television set. It makes no sense. Nobody buys that as a novelty item. Nobody's going to stick it on your counter or your in your curio cabinet or whatever. It makes no sense. Change the laws, for God's sakes. But it is. Sexually stimulating devices are illegal in Mississippi. Who knew? And another one you see all the time today in today's climate is resisting arrest. Unfortunately, in Mississippi, Bovin versus State, you have the right in Mississippi to resist an unlawful arrest. Now, there is a fine line between resisting arrest and assault. Shaking away from an officer and running off, that's resisting. Turning around, smacking him upside the head and running off is assault. So my point being is this. Basically what the case law says, if the resisting can't stand, it's much like DUI. The resisting arrest cannot stand if the original charge for the arrest don't hold up in court. So unlike a lot of places, resisting is its own separate charge. This one has to be accompanied by the original charge that you were charging the person with in the first place. I can't say that I ever wrote a whole lot of those or charged anybody with a whole lot of those. I've had people try to headbutt me in booking, that sort of thing, and I never felt the need to charge anybody for that, unless of course I got smacked, but I never did, and I might not have even charged them then. It just depends on the circumstance. I really didn't believe in piling a bunch of charges on someone. But and by the way, I'm kind of dressed kind of ragged. I got to go replace a radiator in my tractor. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. I just wanted to address some of the stupid laws that I came across, and I kind of wanted to stay away from the climate of what's going on today as far as the news. I just wanted to kind of stay away from that. And I thought I would do it on funny but yet stupid laws. If you hadn't subscribed, please do so. And if you like my content, hit the like button. And we appreciate it. We really do. And comments is what helps us grow. So, comment, like, notification bell, and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.